And we're live on
Hey,
another Saturday night edition of the worst unprofessional reseller life in history, guys. So I know we got three people in the house. Let me turn my volume down.
Yeah, don't
But
set that bar too high, Roman.
yeah, guys, welcome to the Unprofessional Reseller Live Saturday Night Edition, which is not prime time, but it's still. I mean, thankfully, at least some people come over. Today, guys, we got special guests. We got SSK Promo, DOG
hello.
Ken in the house,
Yes.
and we got Jill in the house. Beautiful
The
Jill,
better half.
a better half of SSK Promo DOG. Dog.
I'm the pro part.
So we got it's very exciting for me, guys, to invite Ken and Jill. They're from my state, from beautiful state of Ohio. We got everyone today in our life is from Ohio. I mean, my guest and Lisa and me.
And Lisa.
Yes.
Everyone, it's an Ohio live today, guys.
All Ohio meetup.
It's a meetup from Ohio, guys. Reseller rally again.
Yeah.
So it's very exciting, guys. Thanks for everyone who will show up right now or eventually and will rewatch this live. And Lurk, appreciate you all stopping by already. We got Richard at Drop Flips. We got Lisette, beautiful Lisette in the house. New England Betty Boop. She did the first Whatnot auction yesterday. And actually,
Yes.
I was at that auction for a little bit. And we got Grumpy Granny in the house from Australia, from another Ohio continent. And let's say hello to Octopus. Disgruntled Octopus, guys, is like one of my favorite YouTubers right now on YouTube with his
Yes.
costume. And Ken knows it for sure.
Yeah.
Guys, I made sure to put links to Ken's channel and Ken's and Jill's Instagram accounts in my description. So go ahead and subscribe if you haven't done. I'm pretty sure most of you did already a long time ago. But please subscribe to Ken, to his channel. He's doing a great job with everything that he's been doing, like from the beginning. And
Appreciate that.
and Jill is helping him a little bit.
She helping me a lot.
You know how jokes are, guys, with me. I think Jill works more than Ken. All the time.
Yeah, I bet. The
Yeah,
woman behind the man.
and Jill actually, I put, so please follow Jill. It's Zherka. Is it Zerka or Zherka?
It's actually
25.
Kacherka is how you pronounce it, but
Kacherka,
you're close.
guys.
So yeah.
Since, guys, I cannot pronounce anything, so I'm sorry about that.
No, you know what? It means in my dad's family is of Serbian heritage, and it means daughter because I say of everything I do in my whole life, being his daughter was the greatest thing I ever did. So I just pay homage to him that way. But then I didn't realize it might be a little bit hard for people to pronounce. So I probably need to think that through at some point. So
But that's all. It's all good. So, guys, Kacherka 25. Please follow on Instagram. And Ken is SSK Promo, same as his YouTube channel. And
Yes.
Ken recently, guys, passed 300 subscribers. So he is actually, I think, even more. Let me check.
Yeah. 400, I believe.
400, guys, 400. See, with my not knowing proper number of subscribers, again, it was my fault, guys. But I'm gonna be putting all the channels in the chat, guys, as I usually do. And we're gonna start this live again on this beautiful Saturday night in Ohio. Actually, it was kind of warm today in Ohio, guys. For Cleveland,
Yeah,
it was like 57 degrees, which
yeah.
is very, very unusual, guys. How was the weather down there, Ken, in Marion? Was it the same?
Yeah, probably it was sunshiny, but probably mid 50s. 55, 56, something like that.
Same, yeah,
Today.
Same weather.
So
Yeah, it was very unusual. It was mostly sunny,
Yeah.
warm, and Kenton also. Lisa can affirm. I mean, assure you guys,
We
same
had
weather. Yes, yes. So Kenton was even warmer, guys. So Ohio is like Florida right now. So if you actually want, if you want to move to Ohio, you're gonna be in Florida nowadays. We have same weather.
Ken, you wore shorts
Exactly.
today, didn't you?
no, not me. I didn't wear shorts. Heck, I would had my big flannel, heavy flannel on, out working in the garage all day.
That's good. Did you work out in the garage today, Ken? Did you do anything positive? Did you do any listings today in the garage?
I didn't do any listings today yet. I did a couple of drafts. Mostly still trying to organize the stuff now that the office is mostly ready. I'm trying to get stuff in the main part so that I can actually park in the garage. It's been about 6 months. All of my death pile is basically in the garage. And so now I'm starting to move that out, move that back into the office, and get in there before winter so I can park inside before the snow starts to fly.
Yeah, and you guys over there in Marion, which is near, guys, if you know geography of state of Ohio, Marion is about how far is it? 20 minutes from Columbus? I think it's like around maybe 30 minutes from Columbus.
About, depending on what part, if northern Columbus, about 50 minutes, about an hour.
Okay.
Or so. So it depends on what part and where you're going, but I usually figure on about an hour to get down to Columbus.
Yeah, it's like, so it depends. Yeah, it depends on the traffic, as you guys know. But
Yeah.
guys, let me give you a little background how I met Ken and Jill. Actually, I think in the beginning, during first reseller rally, I think I met Ken first, and then Jill probably didn't know me yet. And eventually, she found out who I was later on. But I met Ken, and I didn't like at the first reseller rally. Nobody knew kind of each other yet, so
Yes.
we kind of met, and then kind of progressed our communication throughout like weeks after the rally. And Ken was doing different things on his channel, and I was trying to do some stuff on my channel. So kind of we're in contact, and from same state. It was kind of interesting to see who is doing YouTube at the time, because I only knew that John Cincinnati Picker at the time was doing the channel from Ohio, and because I watched his channel. So after I got to the rally, I realized there were some other resellers, YouTubers who are doing YouTube from state of Ohio. So that's how I learned about Ken, and then Mike Shed Juice, and then I always forget their channel. Foster the Picker guys, actually. Ken, you remember Dustin and Joseph, because they were from your area, actually, from near me.
Yeah, I run into Dustin all the time at all the yard sales and stuff. He's usually around in my area all the time.
Yeah, so Dustin, I talked to Dustin at the rally, and he is doing a lot of different things right now, not on YouTube anymore like they used to. But he's doing great. I mean, I talked to him. I always forget to mention Dustin, actually, because I talked to him for a while at the rally, this rally, last one, and I realized, like, I told him, why don't you do YouTube anymore? And he's not doing it anymore. He's doing like a lot of like gaming stuff right now with video games, and so it's props to him. I mean, a lot of people like continue with channels, but some decide to kind of not do it and then start doing it again. So that's like kind of on and off type of thing. So let me say hello to Pink G in the house, always supporting, coming in. We got this Octopus already mentioned. Got Grumpy Granny. We got Australian reseller connection, guys. We got Richard at Nidra Flips. I always flipping moves. Welcome, everyone. Welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Like I said, we got special guests, Ken and Jill, today in the house from Ohio, from beautiful state of Ohio, guys. From my state. We got Lisette putting in links. Appreciated, Lisette. We got Lisa Bubble Blinks and Needful Things in the house. I just always
I'm here.
Leg, welcome, man. We got Leg in the house. Leg is OG with Philadelphia Eagles logo. How you been, man? Welcome. I see Leg actually in Bearded Picker Live, and John and Jenna's live, in Josh Galt Live, So and Silver Hair Stacker Todd and Queen City Picker Tom. So I actually see him in most of the lives as myself. A lot of people see me in different lives.
You and me, you and I follow each other into rooms all the time, and it's not on
Sometimes we
purpose.
follow each other,
Yeah.
guys. Yeah, that's what happens. But let me go downstairs so I will say hi to at least people before I will get delayed again, as I usually do. Because, guys, I'm really sorry for all my life that I get delayed. It was comments and people coming in, acting disrespectful all the time. We got Go Snow in the house, Snow and Miss Cat.
Yes.
In the house. Actually, guys, I got your Instagram message with Brown's elf, and I'm not sure, guys. Let me know how much you want for it because I didn't ask you on Instagram, but it's kind of cool. It's since I'm a big Cleveland Browns fan, guys, as you probably all realized by now, especially Ken, no, and Jill.
Yep.
We got Colo Presto from our Discord group in the house. We got. I said hello to everyone. Let's see if I missed anyone. No, I didn't. So, guys, appreciate you coming in today, Ken and Jill. So I wanted to ask
Sure.
you guys how I never actually I think asked you about it. How did you guys originally?
He froze.
I don't
He
even remember.
freezes up all
There
the
was
time. It's okay.
How did we what?
Did I unfreeze?
Yeah. How did we
Am I-
originally meet?
Yes. How did you guys?
Oh,
meet?
is that what he asked?
That was me.
Yeah.
Who's gonna
Jill,
tell the
go
story?
ahead. Go ahead, Jill.
Go ahead, Jill.
Okay. Okay. So there's only going to be a few of you that know where the city of Bucyrus is in Ohio, and I had worked in Bucyrus at a small nonprofit, and we had rented part of a building, which ended up being where, well, I was there first, but where Ken eventually worked. So in order to get our trash from our office over to the trash bin, we had to walk through the building where Ken worked. And so when I walked through, I'm like, oh my gosh, who is that completely hot guy with the really long, dark, curly hair?
She was talking about one of my coworkers.
I was going to say, and then you were standing next to him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's good. That's how you meet sometimes. You know, you see hot guys.
So we
Over a
met
bag of
over a
trash.
bag of trash,
And it keeps on happening.
and
You know,
yeah,
it's,
and
it has stunk like trash ever since too. So
for 33 years, 30.
yeah.
For 33 years, guys, that's actually it's kind of very respectable for 33 years. You know, not a lot of people stay together for so long anymore.
Yes,
Nowadays, no, especially nowadays. I mean,
and especially with me.
well, see, Jill, what do
There's
you
that.
think?
Right.
Jill, what,
You
what
know
do
what
think
though?
about it?
Our very first date, well, because we became friends then, and our very first date was because my friend that I worked with was a little tired of how long we were taking. And so she marched over to Ken and said, Ken, you want to go on a date this Friday? And she said, Jill's going to go bowling with Terry, who is her husband. And you want to go with me? And so our first date was actually not our first date.
Yeah,
So-
it was kind of a double date, and I was going out with a married woman.
And I was going out with a married man. So
See, guys, that also happens sometimes. It's kind of difficult to explain, but it happens, guys. So it's nothing wrong with it, guys. It depends.
nothing wrong with it.
It depends on situation, of course. But yeah, but it's actually kind of exciting that you guys met like this, and you kind of complete each other in certain ways, because I can tell by watching Ken's lives. Guys, don't forget, Ken has his lives every Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time on his channel.
Yep, Ken versus 10.
Ken versus 10. Ken, you need to do sometimes Ken versus 11. Just add an extra one.
Yes.
Throw something out in there. Yeah.
You know, every now and then, well, like this last week's show, I actually only listed 5, but I still called it Ken versus 10. And the one day, I don't know, I had multiple listings that was like Ken versus 56 or something like that.
Well, it averages
So.
out then.
Yeah, it gets
Right.
down to 10.
But it is very exciting because I was on Ken's versus 10 live, and Ken, I think it was Ken won like 2-1, I think, right? I think
Yeah, that was a bad sales week for both of us. And but yeah, that was my that's actually my I hate to say it, Roman, but that was my one and only victory so far. Was
Well,
against Roman.
it was because of my specialty, Ken. It's because of my sourcing, and actually, and I was actually at the time when we did that live with you. I listed for that particular live. I listed everything that was really slow, like slow movers, like really
Yes.
long tail items, except the camera, which sold fast right on your live.
Yeah, while we were we actually both sold something while we were on the live, and then the sales just went downhill from there.
And then eBay started glitching again, guys. It let us, eBay let us sell something, and then it broke again, which is usually the case. And then we started complaining, but nothing helped. Let me say hello to Angela, perfectly blessed in the house. Angela, thanks for stopping by. We got Vintage Vani Ivan in the house. Welcome, Ivan. Appreciate you stopping by. Flipping Mike in the house from Treasure Scavengers. I will be putting links in the chat, guys. As you know, Mike is Amber's husband. Amber is Treasure Scavengers. So follow Treasure Scavengers on YouTube, guys. We got Vintage Sport Flips Keys in the house. Also great channel. And he actually, congratulations, Keys on passing 1,000 subs.
Yes.
So it was big. He deserves it. I mean, he got really great content about different vintage sports stuff, and not just vintage. And you watch it if you're actually in trying to get into specific niche of selling sport stuff like trading cards, apparel, equipment. Watch his channel, because actually it's one of the things that I love. If I would find a lot of sports stuff, I would be selling most of it. I think most than what I usually like to kind of randomly sell. But sports stuff is actually not bad. So in terms of reselling, Ken, how did you decide? When did you decide? I think I know this, but you can tell the viewers if someone doesn't know. How did you decide to become, in terms of just a reseller, not just starting YouTube yet? How did you decide to start reselling? Was it like something you wanted to do after like you had your job, or like how did you start doing it? What was the idea for it?
The kind of the long story short, I had worked for a company for 32 years. I was in the printing industry, worked there, and then due to a change of ownership, the situation just wasn't going to work out for me, because I was the, I guess, second in command, the head manager of like 4 locations. And the new owners, basically what they did was they bought their little princess a print shop, so she could play grown up. And they were giving her my position, and that just wasn't going to work out. So I left, and I didn't have a plan. I just was going to figure it out. I quit in August of 2019. I decided I was just going to hang out and do nothing till the first of the year, because I had worked, all those years, and, basically without a break. And I got to January of 2020, and I thought, oh no, I need to do something with my life. And I had a couple of friends that were also resellers, and I thought that sounded interesting, all the stories that they had told me before. And so I went out on Google and I typed in, how do you sell on eBay? And I found the reselling community, started watching videos. I watched a ton of stuff about what people were sourcing, how they were selling. And I just started. I started listing items and figured it out from there. And so I've always been full time. I never had a stint, as a part time reseller. And I started cold, and so here we are, 3.5 years later, and I'm reselling. Of course, I started in February of 2020, and in March, the whole country shut down for the COVID and stuff, which really was gave you a false sense of security in reselling, because you could resell anything then. The sales were great. Everybody was shopping from home, and put the work in. And then, now we're kind of back into what regular eBay reselling looks like. And it's a job every day. You got to source, you got to list, you got to clean, you got to test, you got to photo, everything that goes into it. And so, that's my story. Left my regular kind of 9 to 5 job and jumped right in full time, full bore.
That's good, actually. Yeah, I actually respect a lot of people who have worked like for full-time jobs for many years and decided to try go into reselling, not just reselling of like this particular kind on eBay, but different types of other reselling in terms of real estate or dealerships or something.
Yeah.
With that part, like reselling of any type of property. But it is very
Yes.
respectable, especially during the COVID time. That's when I usually hear most people actually kind of decided to try reselling, because it was actually really good at the time to try it, since all people, like you said, stayed at home and were shopping mostly at home, because
Yes.
nobody could go anywhere. So, but a lot of the times nowadays you hear on a lot of different lives channels that people put out, that those times of course are gone, and a lot of people now, that's why there's always complaining about sales now, because a lot of people,
Yeah.
of course, can shop themselves at stores. Still, there are still stores open right now, nowadays at least.
Yes. Yeah.
It will
Well,
change.
and it's also, there's a lot of those folks that did take up reselling during the pandemic time that have now gone back to their regular jobs, and there's not all that same competition that there was. But it helped build the platforms, get people out there and seeing eBay and seeing, there's of course Amazon, Poshmark, Mercari, all those other platforms. I'm primarily a eBay reseller. I sell mostly all on eBay, and so that helped get the word out a little bit back then, and made the platform stronger. I think, my opinion.
It is true, actually. I know that you, for sure, mostly sell on eBay. You don't. I don't think. Are you trying to at least get into other platforms right now, or you kind of trying still to be mostly on eBay right now?
Mostly all on eBay. I do, I have goals each year, and I think a goal in 2021 was to sell on different platforms, and then my goal in 2022 was to sell in more platforms. 2023, and I haven't done it yet. I do sell some stuff on Facebook Marketplace, like bigger items that I don't want to ship, or items that just don't fit well as an eBay item. But I am going to 2023. Another goal is to try to branch out to other platforms, whether that would be start doing Whatnot sales, maybe hit some other platforms, the Mercari, the Poshmark, things like that. Or, there's this new, what's the new platform that everybody's jumping on board with? District, yeah, the District thing. And probably take a look at that, more in the first of the year, once it gets established, and once I've had a little more time to, right now I'm focused on fourth quarter and just getting my stuff listed, being more consistent about that. And, it's always a busier time with your packing and shipping and stuff like that. So probably look at that in the beginning of the year.
That's actually really good. Good planning, Ken. I know you always plan. You're like one of those resellers that always plan stuff. and that's why you're successful in doing different things, like
Who?
with your life. I think Jill probably helps you a little bit to plan some
A
stuff.
little bit.
Maybe
Give
a lot.
credit.
I think Jill will say, "I will talk to you later, Roman. You're not saying correct stuff anymore."
Right, exactly.
But yeah, Jill, I actually wanted to ask you, how did you actually become part-time reseller?
Let's see. I would be more of a part-time picker. That's the fun part, is going out and trying to find things and talking him into trying to sell them. I'm still carrying that entire full set of encyclopedias around with me, and it's a conversation piece. Although it won't get out of my Jeep for anything, and then they'll say, well, let's go drop it off. Let's go donate it. And I'm like, nope, you're going to list it.
Oh, the trunk donation stuff that's there
Right,
for like
absolutely.
2
Yeah.
years.
Yeah.
I'm gonna donate it. Yeah.
Everything needs to be listed, guys.
Right.
Nothing
Right, that's
can
what I'm
go.
saying. What's it gonna hurt? So I think it was because when he left his job, because one thing about Ken is that he is one of the most steady people that I know. So when he called me that morning and said, I just left my job, I first said, I mean, I would have said, no, you didn't, but I heard the tone in his voice. And then my second thought was like, my heart broke for him. And then my third thought was, oh no, if after 32 years, he's going to be willing to leave his job, what does that mean for me? So,
Again, what were you thinking, man? How could you do such a beautiful woman, man? How could you just quit?
yeah. So, and it was because when he decided to do that, to sell, the one person, well, both people that we know that sold are friends of mine too. And the one was actually for my job that I had before I started my own practice. This guy was like my work husband. And so I knew how much money that John made doing it on the side. So I was all about like helping Ken. So when he said he was going to do it, I just wanted to support whatever he wanted to do because I just believe in him. And so I literally went through all my shoes, and I had a running shoe problem at one point, and I was all stuck on every pair of size 9 Asics I could find. I would buy because all of them felt like weird, but they were cool. And then I went and got my, when you can go down to a store and they'll measure how you walk and run, and they're like, oh, you need a pair of 9.5s to run in. I'm like, no wonder. So he got an entire wardrobe of like worn once or twice size 9 women's running shoes. And anytime I can help him, I will help him with when I see something out there. Or just last night I'm trying to organize some stuff here. So I sent him with the big box of stuff home. And that he talked that one time about that Rudolph thing, was just in my basement. It's been there for probably about 25 years. So anyway, so.
That's good.
Yeah.
You help him a lot. He actually respects
Yeah,
it.
it's good.
I know he does. I met you guys. By the way, guys, I met both Jill and Ken already 3 times at the 2 reseller rallies, and then I went to secret meetup location. That nobody knows. It's a secret, guys. We're not gonna give out any secrets today.
Right.
Yes, that was fun.
Yeah,
That was a
nobody
fun
knows.
day to have Roman and his family come down to
Yeah, that was
Jill's
awesome.
cabin and just hang out for the day and we're gonna do that again soon, Roman, for sure.
Yeah, we're gonna play ping pong with Ken to see who.
Yes. I'm the undefeated reselling ping pong champion of Ohio, and I don't know if there's another one in the United States. Now I've only played against 2 other resellers. Chris Cajun reseller and Jimmy Old School Flips, but they were no competition at all. So Roman, I was hoping when you got there, you would be you'd give me a run for my money on the ping pong table.
Man, I will. Next time I'll be there. I'll try, man. If we're gonna have a ping pong table there, for sure.
Roman's
there's
social card was pretty full. He was the little butterfly everywhere.
Kind of, yeah. But let me say hello to Matt, bearded PokeTuber. Welcome. Matt is always joking around. We're saying about Brady Bunch, about his bragging about his sales in our Discord group. But Matt actually, guys, bearded PokeTuber, I want to mention something. He actually doesn't have a YouTube channel. He has Instagram, which he never, I think, uses too much anyway. But he finds really good stuff. You know, Ken and Jill, there are certain resellers out there that they find, source really good stuff, and they have really good sales, but they just don't put anything out on YouTube.
Oh
They don't
yeah.
put anything out on Instagram or anywhere. So Matt, Bearded PokeTuber, is one of those resellers. I just wanted to mention, and he always in live supporting people. So appreciate it, Matt. Let me say hello to Andy Somet in the house, guys.
You don't need to bother saying hi to Andy.
Andy, we're not gonna bother today, man. So you can stay in the beans, man. So thanks for stopping by. Let me say hello to Soda City Flips in the house from South
Hey, Shane.
Carolina. From South Carolina, guys. Shane in the house. And as you guys know, Shane passed 1,000 subs recently with his great hard work. You know, hard work can pays off. So eventually,
Yes.
me and you may get to at least 1,000 subs. But I'm pretty sure we will.
Someday,
Someday, guys,
maybe.
with all your prayers, guys, and support from a lot of crowd. Keith, no problem, and appreciate you stopping by. Actually, like I said, Keith's got great channel. Larry Way Out One in the house, guys. Another great reseller.
Yes.
Put a lot of stuff on YouTube.
Larry's
or
a who.
Instagram. So Larry actually also, I always mention, finds really good stuff and sources, very smart, buys really good stuff and sells it for good profit. So not like me, guys.
Hey,
Judy,
Roman,
yes, Judy in the house.
pop Jill back in there.
Oh, sorry, Jill. Sorry, Jill. We decided that you wanted to leave.
Well, apparently my internet decided that, the Ohio hamsters aren't running so much in the winter. So
The prayer for all
Guys.
of us in this room right now.
Yes, if not for Ken telling me, Jill will not be joining us today. Maybe next week. Let me say hi to Ken's mom, Judy. Judy, welcome. Appreciate you.
Yes.
Here's
Hey, Mom.
Here you go. Yakov Benz in the house, guys. He's gonna
What's up, Jake?
He's going live today by himself, guys. See, no co-hosts. Tonight will be by myself. So Jake, as you guys know, always advertise Jake because he's prime time. He's prime time TV, guys. He's
Yes.
a much bigger channel than most of our channels, guys. So we have to advertise Jake. Yakov Benz will be live at 10 p.m. Eastern from New York.
Yes.
From much bigger city than both. I think, Ken, that I actually realized when I did some research, there is one area in New York in terms of population that has more people living there than the whole state of Ohio. So
Yeah.
it's like,
I know. That's amazing. That's amazing.
exactly. So there you go, guys. In New York, there is only one area that has more people than the whole state of ours. We got let's see if I like I said, always Desiree, good, great, fabulous in the house, always supports different lives, and she does whatnot, guys. She has a great YouTube channel, Instagram account. Also follow her. Actually, I was in Desiree's couple of whatnots recently, and she knows it. Just wanted to mention it. We got Fireball Flippers Amanda in the house, always supporting, coming in. We got Lisa Bubbles Blinking Needful Things again in the house.
I'm glad you got to keep reminding me I'm here, but
and let's see, let me Jennifer Hayes in the house, guys. Welcome, Jennifer. Appreciate you stopping by. Always also in a lot of lives, supporting, putting the links down. So
Yes.
Jennifer support, guys. Please.
one of the OG mods.
OG moderators, guys, in the house.
Best mod in the business.
Flipping Mike says, I'm done making other people money. Now I get to make my own money with Mike, I know Mike is a good mechanic, guys. If you need your car repaired, Mike, you can advertise your car shop. If someone needs a mechanic and needs their car fixed, but you have to be in Wisconsin, guys. So if you're not in Wisconsin and want to travel, you can still get in touch with Mike about your car. He'll try to fix it for you. Let's see if who else I miss. Little Debbie in the house. Debbie, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. We got Jersey Gypsy Liz in the house. Thanks for stopping by. So we got a big crowd of people now coming in, guys. Appreciate you all stopping by. So in terms of Ken, I know that you and Corey, Grams and Puffs Vintage, Hasta la Vista channel.
Yes.
I cannot not mention it. It's like one of my favorite phrases that Teresa does. But you guys, actually, right now, guys, I'm considering that I love your podcast so much that, in my opinion, I always told Jill about it. You're actually number one podcast for me, because I love when you release your podcast. That's the first one I watch.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, and you guys Ken is always, coming in with different information. Corey kind of completes it with different jokes from South Dakota about his property that Ken wants to use to store his stuff. And I know Corey wants to charge him, but Ken doesn't want to do it yet.
Yeah, I got to have a place for my horsey. I got to have a place for my horsey that I bought.
Yeah, guys. So if eventually, when Ken has too many horses, he can store them all in Corey's barn.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I appreciate that, Roman, that you watch and support the podcast, the Reseller Clickbait podcast. So,
guys, Reseller
yeah, it's fun.
Clickbait. Yes, it's a fun podcast. And now they're doing, before Christmas, they're doing holidays live, as you guys know, every Thursday, which actually you guys were doing it last 2 weeks. The last one was Lori and Kyle, Happy and Grumpy Pickers, who were live last week. So here's a Reseller Clickbait podcast. In my opinion, number one for me, and I always say number two is always Reseller Locker Room podcast. That's my kind of number one and two, Reseller Clickbait and Locker Room. Those are my favorite ones for me. And Lisa probably also likes those, I think. Most likely not. But
Kevin's feeling a little slighted there on your favorites.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know, guys. But in my opinion, the information that I get from those two podcasts right now is kind of the information that I need, especially for entertainment purposes when I'm listing or I'm like doing something like cleaning or doing something in terms of, cross listing and stuff. I will put up Reseller Clickbait podcast, and then I will put in Locker Room. So see, that's
well, we're looking for a good topic. We record tomorrow. We're looking for a good topic, Roman. Anything you need to know about? We'll talk about on Monday.
I don't know, guys. You already discussed. You and Corey always have so many discussions about so many things on your podcast that I'm kind of. You've seen my comments.
Oh yes, yeah.
I watch all the way.
It takes me an afternoon just to read through Roman's comments. He does watch the full show all the way through, which is appreciated. And he comments on every little kind of when we switch a topic. Roman's commenting on that, and that's really cool. We've been having a good time doing the show, and got that. You had talked about, we did the holiday live tour show for Thanksgiving on Thursday night. The next one is coming up in December. It'll be the Christmas show. We're working at the guests right now for that. I think December the 14th on a Thursday evening is the next holiday live tour. And so, yeah, those are fun. Those are fun to do for sure.
Guys, we got 60 plus adventures in the house. It's Harry Hamstone, guys. If you recognize the photo on his avatar. Harry Hamstone, guys, has changed his channel to 60 plus adventures. So follow him. He needs to get to 1,000 subs today. But in terms of holidays, this holiday edition, Ken, I loved. I think you need to do more of those games that you did the first time. The game that you played. That is actually the game that I liked, because I actually didn't win anything, but still I enjoyed it.
Yeah, we will have another one of those trivia type games on the Christmas show. coming up. I'm already working on that one, and so that will be fun because it gives the chat. I like doing the lives because I like interacting with the chat, just like you do here. You know, getting an opportunity to see the people and talk with them, and have some guests on, learn about their holiday traditions and things that they do that are special, and then do those games, get a chance to give away some prizes, in appreciation for people that tune in and watch the show and watch the live and follow us. It's just fun because this is the greatest community. This is the greatest reseller community in reselling. Wait, does that even make sense?
It made a lot of sense, Ken. That actually made a lot of sense. That's the greatest reseller community in all the resellers.
Yes.
That's what Ken meant.
I'm still waiting for one of the meetups to hire me to do group counseling for all of you, though.
Yes. Yeah. Jill is a counselor profession, has her own practice that she runs, and very busy with that. I don't know how she finds time to go find me cool stuff at the thrift stores, and she hits the yard sales and stuff like that in her area, because we live about 45 minutes away from each other. So, on some of those mornings, if she doesn't have clients, or on, weekend mornings, she's hitting yard sales in her area. And then when we go, she's just so much a better picker than me. When we go out together to the yard sales, well, yesterday we went out doing some sourcing together, and we'll get back to the car or whatever at a yard sale, and she'll go, "Oh, look, I found this, I found this, I found that." It's like, first of all, I must stink as a picker, because how did I even miss this stuff? I walked right by it. But she has a different eye. She picks up different things that I would not have thought about, and she's making me money. That's helpful. That's what we're in for. And anytime you can have that second set of eyes when you're out there, I can't say enough of how much I appreciate her and her good eye.
We were walking down the sidewalk, and we were with some other people. They're ahead of me. I eyed this pair of Vans that I could tell were new. And so I saw they were $3. So as we're walking down the sidewalk, I'm coming up last. I pulled $3 out of my purse, walked by, snagged them off the table, handed the lady $3, never missed a step. And so when we got back to the car, I said, "I got these Vans." He's like, "When did you do that?" So,
but I can tell you one thing. It's actually, I know from your lives and hearing, because Ken goes live every week on Thursday at 11 a.m. Eastern time. I basically hear the stories all the time about how Jill finds much better stuff than Ken, which is actually has been shown in a lot of different situations.
Yes.
Not just with garage sales and Goodwill Beans and other sourcing places too, I think. Because I think, Jill, what is your favorite in terms of, is it garage sales are your favorite, or Goodwill Beans are your favorite?
Well, the Goodwill Bins were just, a week ago. Was it Saturday? Yeah, a week ago. Saturday was I was a Goodwill Bin virgin until then. So that was we went to Bins yesterday too, but I don't think they were Goodwill, were they, Ken? I'm not sure what they were.
Yeah, the ones we went were not Goodwill, no.
Yeah, I didn't necessarily like those too much, but I think it's yard sales sometimes. Well, Ken had to teach me the fine art of how to not just always pay full price for everything. And I think I ruined his life one time when I went to buy my first SUV, and I paid full price for it, and because I thought it was fair. And he was like, "How much you pay for it?" And I said, "The asking price." And so anyway, he's like, "I need to teach you some things." So
yeah, I think Jill, I think Kel has taught you something.
Just with you.
But I know for sure during summertime, it's easier for us living in this part of Ohio is to go to a lot of, especially in my opinion, next summer, I'm planning to actually drive down more south to Ashland area, to around Kansas area, to actually go to garage sales over there, because of so much competition currently in Cleveland area. And it is true.
Yeah.
A lot of resellers don't know it, but you guys, you can actually tell by, there are two channels, guys, that I watch intermittently. I watch Pro Picker Dustin. He is from Dayton, Ohio. And I watch
Yeah.
Flipping Junk Vic, who is also from around Columbus, Dayton area. So they actually, to my great surprise, they go to, you probably, most of you guys seen their videos. So you can tell when they go to Goodwill's even during the winter time months in Ohio, they find really great stuff at those Goodwills. And
Yeah.
I'm always wondering, uh, I actually know the difference because of how Cleveland and Cincinnati, for that effect, and even Columbus are considered to be kind of expensive type of Goodwills there, like in terms of prices. And if you go down to around Dayton area, maybe around where Ken lives, Marion, Ashland, Mansfield, there is Lisanos, Kenton, even like around some other part, Toledo, even you know, in that part, there's gonna be thrift stores that are cheaper, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I can already tell because I've traveled around Ohio like many times in different thrift stores. I can already tell the difference in terms of prices, how they are in different parts. So in your part, which is good for the winter time, at least for right now,
Yeah.
that you guys can go to either Goodwill Beans over there that just opened, and I've seen the
Yeah.
actual location. Ken, I'm planning on probably going there. We'll see. Uh,
Okay. Well, I would say, I would tell everybody, all the Ohio resellers, don't come to Marion. Don't come to Mansfield. Just stay away. Just stay away. I don't need that. I don't need that extra competition.
Yeah, we actually, the thing, state of Ohio has a lot of the times you can tell right now, especially nowadays, a lot of states, a lot of cities has a bunch of resellers, and it also depends on products available in certain areas.
Yeah.
If it's a very small town or city, you're not gonna find a lot of stuff at thrift stores over there. It's not gonna be
Right.
like, if you go to Cleveland or Columbus area, Cincinnati area, where it's kind of more stuff. You can tell right away when you walk in. Different brand. I mean, stuff in terms of brands. It's like
Yeah.
you will find more good brands, in my opinion. But those Goodwills in those cities, bigger cities, it's not just in Ohio. I think in other states, they have specific pricing that they implemented for bigger cities compared to smaller locations like smaller towns. So that's why it's different. That's why whenever you travel around different parts of like states, whenever you get closer to smaller towns, you will find better prices at certain thrift stores. It's not
Yeah.
necessarily Goodwill, can be Salvation Army, Savers. There are other ones, Volunteers of America right now, which is also available in Ohio and Indiana. So it's just a lot of different moms and pops shops also. But Goodwill Beans, in my opinion, I want to ask you, Jill, what was your experience when you went the first time to Goodwill Beans? How did you like it? Do you like it in terms of how it is, how they put a lot of stuff in the bins where you can dig and find stuff?
Well, okay, so first when we walked in, I'm like, oh, okay, this isn't too bad. And then when they took the, step away from the aisle 5 or whatever, and they took it away and brought all this new stuff, and then all of a sudden, like, everybody got pissy, right? like reaching in front, pushing carts and stuff. And I'm like, oh no, I felt my anxiety level raise because I just wasn't ready for all that. I'm not a big fan of like bullying. And I'm like, I think I'm about to get bullied. But then I'm like, meh. And then I started doing it too. So I actually had fun with that. We were we started together and then went 2 different ways and ended up just finding different stuff. And he was testing things, and then I see him bring new bins out, and I'm like, I have to go. You stay here with the carts. I'll be right back.
She left me holding the carts while she went and dug around in the bins. Came back with like a $300 bag.
It's exciting, guys. That's what.
Yeah, it is.
It is exciting. It's not like different experience from garage sales because you know how it is. at Goodwill Bins. You're paying by the pound. So anything you're gonna find, even if it's not in a great condition, you can actually get it, and
Right.
you know, you're still gonna make money, even with, like, you know, clothing and even some electronics that are even broken. You can actually part them out, you know. So
Yeah.
makes sense
Yeah.
for Goodwill Bins. It makes sense, but the prices, as I said previously in the past, I think for the prices, especially, what are the prices in that new Goodwill, Ken? Is it 169 a pound, or is it 170?
189 a pound for just kind of across the board, and then it's 59 cents a pound for books if you're getting books, and those are the only two prices. They do have an area off to the side where they have like bigger items, like some furniture items and stuff, and those are individually priced. But you know, across the board, they don't separate between, you know, electronics or clothing or anything. It's all $1.89 a pound.
Yeah, it's
Well-
different in ours. We got $1.79 a pound for clothing, basically everything except media. And they actually weigh. It was kind of weird when I went this week. The employee asked me to separate everything in like different, like not the cart. She didn't want me to put the cart onto the onto the scale. She told me to pull everything from the cart and put it in those small baskets, and she would weigh them on their different scale. And I was asking, what's the problem? She's like, well, we sometimes do it. I mean, it wasn't like the price didn't go up or anything. It just was weird. I don't know why.
Uh-huh.
I didn't know. I didn't know specifically why she wanted to do it. But I realized actually that they had some kind of issues apparently with people trying to put video games and books and DVDs and VHS tapes in the same cart, and not telling employees that they're in the
Oh.
cart. They will cover it with like clothing. So they will pull the cart and put it on a scale. And in that particular Goodwill Bin that we got, it's actually media is 99 cents. For they don't do weight on media. They just you pay 99 cents for each piece of media.
Okay.
So it's not like in yours 59 cents a pound.
Yeah.
So in ours it's 99 cents. So some of the resellers that go there, they try to trick the employees.
Yeah. And I think that's probably why they simplified it at ours with just one rate for everything. You know, they will ask you if you do have any books, and which is, I mean, it's only in your best interest to separate those books out because, you know, of the difference of price, you're going to get them a lot cheaper that way.
Grumpy Granny had a
Exactly,
question.
that's the
for Ken.
thing. Especially,
Go ahead, Lisa.
okay, what's the question?
Oh, now I just-
What's the question?
now I got to scroll up.
Let's see the question, because I'm so way behind. Guys, I'm really sorry. I'm way behind again, but that's normal because of me asking so many questions and trying to get some answers. But I'm always behind.
Grumpy Granny wanted to know, question, do you get a kick out of finding a personal use grail in the bin or when thrifting?
Is she speaking about an adult personal use grail? I don't know. That's what that sounds. You know, I have not actually found something like that in the bins so far. You know, they're really quite new, and yeah, I've seen some stuff at yard sales that you know, I pass right by that section if I see them. I think that's a little bit ballsy to put stuff out there like that.
Yeah, that actually can happen, guys. I find this kind of stuff. I'm not gonna mention what it is because everyone will run away.
We remember what Roman found.
But I find at Amazon Bin Store, I found some really crazy stuff. So that's actually normal because a lot of people order it on Amazon and then either they just return it as a new open box, and it ends up in Amazon Bin Store, guys. So if you're interested, you can go to Amazon Bin stores and find this kind of stuff.
Special
let's-
kind of toys.
yeah, especially exactly in the children's toys, unfortunately.
Oh, you better read Granny's last comment. Yeah.
Let me say hello to Big Bro Auctions. Big Bro, welcome. And you guys know Big Bro does live every Sunday. So he's going to be doing his live tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern time. So join him. He's trying to build up his channel, get subs, and he's been doing great job putting out content and doing lives consistently. He's trying to grow his channel. So a lot of respect for him. He's very knowledgeable. Also, a lot of knowledgeable YouTuber resellers in the communities that have trying to kind of get more subs, but unfortunately, you know how it is. Doesn't work that way, right, Ken?
Yes, exactly. Yes, for
never
sure.
works.
Okay.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
I don't think Grumpy Grandma wanted to know about your personal
Okay, I
flotation
think
device. She wanted to know
I-
if there was something that you liked. Like,
yes,
you
I
know,
see what
not a
she's
dirty
saying.
thing.
A personal
Okay.
grail, if you found like an item that you've been looking for in the bin, something that you would consider a grail, not a personal use item, but a personal grail. And so far, the bins for me have been they're so new. I'm just finding a lot of different stuff. I'm finding things in categories that I normally wouldn't sell in or that I wouldn't look for. You just pick up something, I'm kind of, when those bins come out, I'm filling up my cart, I'm taking that over to the side, and I'm sorting through it to doing some comps on things. But at yard sales, I've found some really cool stuff. I don't collect anything. So if it's like a personal like collection sort of thing, I don't really collect anything. So most of the stuff that I'm finding, I'm going to sell, or I found some pretty cool stuff that I've given as gifts to people. But so far in the bins, I'm not finding anything that's like, oh my gosh, this item is great, and I've been looking for this for years.
Well, yesterday, I'll just say something really quick. We went to another bin store, but it was set up differently where, because it was Saturday, everything was like $8 and today it'd be $7 and all that. So I'm walking through there, and at first I was just irritated because I'm like, oh, look, it's like a pair of socks and they would be $8 or something, right? But, okay. So was yesterday morning bought a humidifier on Amazon on one of the lightning deals, and ended up, they had one in the bins that was $8. So I'm returning my $29 one. I'm going to keep the $8 because it's literally because I have a cat that has respiratory issues. And so I'm supposed to run what? Oh, is he saying something?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Oh,
go
yeah,
ahead.
that's true, Larry. So that was cool yesterday to find that.
So yeah, so basically you bought one at Amazon for $30, and then we went to those bins and you found a return one kind of new in box for $8. So
yeah.
Le-
Now she asked us, Lisa, Grumpy Grandma asked us the same question. Yes, I can answer that. And it was actually 2 summers ago, I think. Ken and I had gone to this big citywide garage sale. And at my high school, okay, whatever. My uncle was my band director, and he passed away in December of 2020. And so they had like an alumni band night the following football season to honor him. And let's just say that more than a few decades has passed since my graduation, and my flute, the pads on my flute were not going to work. And I found a flute at a garage sale, and they wanted like very little money for it. I think, didn't I pay like $5 or $10 for that? And it's a very nice flute. I'm not talking about the piccolo I bought this past year, but the flute that I bought for the alumni band night was great. So,
and if I remember correctly, you actually worked them down on the price.
I did.
So very good. Nice.
That was cool because I got to get a flute and honor my uncle. So that was awesome. So
that's actually really good, really nice, Jill. Actually,
how about you, Lisa? Have you found anything that's to answer Grumpy Granny's question? Have you found anything that's like that you've been looking for personally?
anything jewelry. I mean, I mean, yeah. Hey, I'm out there thrifting to get stuff to resell. Oh, I think I can keep this.
Lisa just finds
a little
gold
while.
in the bin.
I have armoires full of these kind of finds, Granny. they're
Granny,
supposed to be a flip.
Guys, I can tell you one thing. There is a lot more opportunities in Australia to source. So if you plan to move to Australia, go ahead and move, because they got much more stuff there. It's much more expensive. If you guys, Ken and Jill, if you guys watched some of Australian YouTube channels from resellers, they sell some crazy stuff over there for good money.
Yes.
Because it's very unique. Like, they got like stuff even from United States. They buy a lot of stuff from here because it's not available there. So they will pay up. Even in Europe, it is the same way. They will pay up for a lot of stuff to just buy it because it's not available. They cannot buy it over there. So
yes.
that's why Grumpy Granny, guys, sometimes flies to United States and just goes to the bins here.
Oh, really? That's cool.
No, I'm kidding.
I thought you were serious.
Yeah, as usual, Bill. You know how serious I am all the time. Let me say hello to Philip Flipper in the house, guys. Paul, he did. Paul, sorry I missed your whatnot, man. I was doing something else, so sorry about that. Bearded Picker Scott in the house. Welcome, Scott. We got, let me see, Grumpy Granny. I said hello like 10 times already today. I think Grumpy Granny is one of the OG resellers in Australia, guys. So if you have any questions, if we eventually gonna get Australian crowd, except Octopus, in our life, in my life, we're gonna have to kind of crown Grumpy Granny as the best original gangster reseller in Australia.
She can be our Australian ambassador.
I'm Australian ambassador from reseller community in Australia, guys, and New Zealand.
Yeah, I always enjoy watching their show. The Octopus, the Disgruntled Octopus and Grumpy Granny, they do that live show. I usually try to catch it. They're all just waking up in the morning over there. It's like their whole chat is, good morning. And I'm like, man, I'm fixing to get ready to go to bed here shortly.
Right.
Yeah, Octopus actually, like, he's always disgruntled. Like, he is. He's never happy about anything. Always complains about sales. That's why he's wearing that costume. Probably goes out with that costume every day.
Well, he's hell bent on that world domination, and that takes a toll on a guy after a while.
Yeah, it takes a toll. Guys, if you want to become Octopus, make sure you try to swim under the water before you put on a costume. See how you're gonna survive. We got Commonwealth in the house, guys. Commonwealthy guy. Kevin, welcome, man. Appreciate you stopping by, guys. You probably know Commonwealthy guy. He's very wealthy and common. Mostly common and sometimes wealthy. But guys, Russell Nation, guys. The nation of resellers. Reseller nation. Let's see. Who else I missed, guys? Let's see. So, guys, in terms of Ken, I always, what was one of the YouTube channels that inspired you in your YouTube, to start your YouTube channel? Who was the first channel to inspire you, in your opinion?
When I started that, when I told earlier how I got started, and I went into Google and I typed in, how to sell on eBay. The first video that came up was from Rally Roots. I started watching Rally Roots, Harry Tornado, Josh Harry Tornado, and back in the day, Lotta Josh. I learned a ton from Lotta Josh. I used to love when he was putting out content. And then, just started to branch out some of those different business models, say like a Rally Roots, their business model and the size of their operation wasn't realistic to me. And so, I started to find a lot of smaller channels, started to be part of the community, getting into, lives and chatting with folks. And then, of course, Richard, he just gave me grief right here in the chat. What? It wasn't me.
But sorry, man.
then I gravitated, towards, everybody kind of hits those bigger channels because they're popular at first. Lonnie and Candace over at Shed Flips. I watched a lot of them, then started to see people like Kevin Commonwealth, Jimmy Old School Flips was one of the guys that I used to watch, in the beginning, that because his business model was a lot like mine. He was selling the type of stuff that I would sell and look for the type of stuff. And so I followed him. And so, but that initial, just to answer the question, was those big high profile channels, the Rally Roots, the Harry Tornado, the, Lonnie and Candace. And I learned a lot from them, just watching, following along, seeing what they were doing.
Well, that's good. I mean, that's very important. That's basically a lot of whoever started their YouTube journey, they originally started watching some channels at least on reselling. Yeah. Hopefully on reselling. Hopefully they didn't start watching resellers from Australia. We got Gino in the house, guys. Hello, everyone, even Roman. Gino, welcome, man. You guys know Gino is original gangster of all the reselling in Florida. In the great state of Florida, guys. I think there are 2 states, maybe 3, that have like large number of resellers. It's Ohio, Florida, and California. I think those 3 states, and Texas maybe.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas possibly will be also in that list, in my opinion. But I mean, it's kind of. Jill, what about you? Did you start? Who was your favorite reselling YouTube channel from the beginning?
You.
Guys, here I'm finally have at least one person that at least loves my channel, because I mean I had no one.
Listen, Ken texted me earlier this week and he said, "What are you doing on Saturday night?" And I said, "Well, that depends on why you're asking me." And he's like, "Should it matter though?" And I'm like, "Have you met me? Don't yank me to something social." And he said, "Well, Roman wants to know if we'll be on his show." And I sent him every little thing that just said, I'm free to do it. So
thanks, guys. Appreciate it. That's why I was I was kind of hoping that you guys will come over, on my live, because I was actually planning it and to invite you guys, and I really appreciate it that you guys found some time for my life.
I think Jill is constantly, she will message me. He's like, "Did you see Roman's Instagram today? Did you see Roman's YouTube short today? Did you see, whatever?" She's, I just love Roman.
He's got prolific posts.
I've been putting out some actually decent stuff on Instagram lately. So guys, if you unfollowed me on Instagram, you can follow me back.
Follow him back.
It was sometimes I'll sit here, and my therapy for myself is to repurpose things. And so sometimes I sit here and I'll put one of your videos on, and then I find myself, especially when you're on the phone with, FedEx. I have my phone sitting here, and I'm like, I'm trying to craft, but then if my phone's here, this is me the whole time. I'm just watching your video. I can't stop. So
Jill, appreciate it. You probably there are few people who actually not just watch, but understand what I'm talking about. It's much more complicated, guys. Let me say hello to Farsak Jack in the house. Always big time supporter, guys, for a long time. Original gangster, Mike, welcome. So yeah, the thing about it is that Jill, I actually appreciate it a lot, because I've recently been putting out a lot of shorts constantly, which is kind of not in my, in my mind when I'm trying to do that. It's like, why am I so consistent on this stuff? I'm not supposed to be. So I kind of question myself, like, what am I doing? Why am I putting stuff out on YouTube again?
You know why I like them? A couple reasons. Is number one, I'm usually so like slammed with clients during the day. If I like click on a video and it's going to be 15 minutes or whatever, I'm like, nope, I can't even do it. But I can watch yours, and and my attention span when I'm not in my office is about that long. So
what about you, Ken? How do you like my shorts, man?
Oh, yeah. I always enjoy seeing something come up. How do I like your shorts?
No, don't
I
say
think
that.
you
You
mean.
can't say I enjoy seeing something come up then after he asks about your short.
Yeah, I don't. I see
Oh.
something come up, but it's not the short.
Oh my gosh.
But it is. I mean, it's actually normal to react this way, guys. Because I usually, I decided, how every YouTube channel you watch that they do like what sold videos, like, and they will have like a bunch of stuff that they show right away instead of doing it in a short form. And I
Yeah.
decided, let me do it differently. I will just put one sale a day in a short form and
Yeah.
put it out this way. It's not gonna, build you watch hours, of course. That's understandable. But if you enjoy doing that, and currently so far I'm enjoying it for right now to
Yeah.
kind of share. Maybe
And
it
do it. Yeah.
yeah, maybe it helps someone to look for stuff, to find certain things, because there are a lot of stuff that a lot of resellers find, and
Mhm.
you know how it is. It helps everyone else to, if they watch what sold videos, it helps them to find similar stuff like that somewhere else. So it's kind of helpful, to kind of try to make those types of videos for other resellers who are either already been reselling for a while or just getting into the game, to
Right.
just watch certain videos like that, so they know at least what to look for, because like a lot of the stuff
Yeah.
is gonna be longer tail items, but there is no perfect formula, guys. As you know from different lives, a lot of stuff that you will be able to run into, it's not gonna be instant selling stuff. It's gonna have to be like either a lot of competition on that stuff that you need to put in a proper price, and
Mm-hmm.
or you're gonna have to find some. If you found something unique, you can price it up and wait. If you don't
Yes.
invest a lot of money into this item. So that's, in my opinion, how normal procedure is. But of course, I mean, there are gonna be longer tail items, and I get this stuff all the time, and I'm not, usually don't stay away from it. You know how I am, guys. So it is what it is, guys. So Jill, what do you think in terms of you starting YouTube channel? Do you think you want to start your own channel in the future? Because I think you'll do good if you start your own channel, sourcing, going to garage sales. You can.
Yeah, see, but here's the
Yeah.
difference. It would never be a what sold because I would never sell anything. So it more would be like psychological analysis of each of you. That could be my series.
Oh, please no, don't do that.
Today we're going to diagnose this person.
But it's gonna be, in my opinion, Jill, with your personality, because you're always like, every time you guys get together, even on a live, on Ken's live, when you went onto his live a couple times, it's always exciting to see your reactions to different things in terms of comedy and humor that you can provide. And if Ken and you even will do videos together from any sourcing place, it's gonna be fun. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be interesting to watch, because
Hey,
you know
maybe you're onto something there, Roman. Maybe that's how I can get some subs and, get to that 1,000. I'll just let Jill take over the channel, start
Right.
doing, videos and do that, analysis of other resellers, do the therapy behind. Oh, there you go, Jill. You could just start live therapy sessions with resellers, right, and they could bare their soul right there on a live video. I
Yeah,
like this idea.
that's a good idea. And then you can, eventually, in my opinion, it's gonna bump the channel up in terms of subs right away. That's gonna be like one
Well,
of those, one of the push, I think, that Ken needs probably right now to just, get his channel completely, off in terms of going viral.
Well, it's
Actually,
proven a feminine allure brings the people in. I mean,
Oh, yes, because
you
nothing will
got
sell a channel like a middle-aged woman with a bad knee, a bad hip, and a couple autoimmune disorders.
well,
we
we're not picky in the community.
Yeah, it's like, there is a lot of, how it is, guys, like a lot of, if it's possible for like couples resellers if they have like similar mentality in terms of liking the actual part of sourcing and finding things to resell. And that's actually perfect situation. And in your case, guys, it's actually also makes sense because you both love sourcing, you both love reselling, in my opinion. So it's kind of a concept.
Yeah.
This may work actually. You know, I never know, of course, how things are. It never, you know, goes to like exact direction how you want it to be. But it is exciting when there is like couples doing this type of reselling on YouTube together. It's kind of interesting concept itself. But you know,
Yeah.
it right now there are a lot. I mean, as you guys know, there are so many channels right now. With I think, in my opinion, Lisa, what do you think? I mean, it's like a lot more channels coming on the scene with like reselling couples. I think right now, in my
It's a
opinion.
really good formula. I mean, because you get more of the market. You got the men look for the women. Sometimes women look for the men. People like the various perspective because female pickers have a different spin on things than some of the men do, and
Right.
and then you get the banter. It's always good to have the partner, but just the natural cultural thing of a man and a woman, or the partners, and they've always got dirt to dump on the other one.
Yeah.
I mean, so you've got the
Oh,
comedic end of it,
Exactly. Yeah.
especially if they're partners.
Jill and I could do a whole series on just dirt on one another, right? We wouldn't even have to talk reselling the whole time. Jill, we'll have to do that. You'll have to come back down. We'll go to the bins and I'll actually make some content. I do my live show, but I don't put out very much pre-recorded content at all. Maybe that's my spark. Jill and I at the bins.
I'll be over in the corner looking for stuff while you're standing over there. Like, what did you say? Like some man waiting for his woman outside a dressing room.
Yeah, it's like I just be over there holding Jill's purse, and she'll be.
That happens all the time, guys. I see it constantly, not just in Goodwill.
Yes.
Right.
But actually, I didn't drop flips. Richard said I went to the bins once. I would know. Richard, why? It's very exciting, man. You go to the bins, you kind of dig inside the bin, you may find like $1,000 item right away instead of going to regular Goodwill and paying up. So think about it. In my opinion, but it's not everywhere. In terms of so far, Ken, when your store opened up, I know you already went there a couple times, correct? You went to the bins couple times. Did you find anything really good so far, or nothing like spectacular?
I've found some decent stuff. I mean, I haven't found anything amazing, but what I'm finding every time I go is good profit on items. I'm finding different areas, different categories that I wouldn't normally look in. But yeah, every time I'm finding good profit, and I'm trying to get that stuff listed right away so I can see how these different categories can sell. Now, of course, going back, no joking aside, to the best, highest priced item that I found so far is the item that Jill found when we were there. Yeah, she brings over this bag and she's like, hey, I just picked this up because it looked cool. It's like a $300, $300 plus bag. And it's like, really? Even at my own bins, I'm all excited. And here's Jill coming over with a cart full of stuff that's better than this junk I was picking. But
that's not true. Okay,
I've enjoyed the bins so far. I didn't go this week at all, just because I've been working out in the garage and trying to be consistent at my listing, because I had to get back to that. I had to get back to being a consistent lister in order to be a consistent seller. And so I haven't went to the bins yet this week, but probably hit it next week in the first couple days of the week, I would imagine.
Jill, do you like to find more clothing stuff, or just anything? Like, what is your favorite thing to find when you go sourcing? You like clothing?
For reselling for him, it wouldn't be clothing. Sometimes I like to look at I like to repurpose things for my, for my own therapy. And so I'll look at flannel shirts and denim jackets and things like that I can do stuff with. I think I used to head a lot towards shoes, and that was probably because that's what I would buy the most of on eBay when I would buy things. And so I have a tendency to look for them. But now I've kind of been around enough to understand, like, what I think would be cool sometimes ends up being cool. Like that bag, because my thought was, if he doesn't like it, I may still buy it because it was such a cool bag and it was brand new. So I would say I lean towards walking by shoes, but now I've started going and looking at some of the other stuff as well. So.
Well, that's good. I mean, it's like I know Ken likes to sell like me, like everything, in my opinion, right?
Mhm.
Ken,
Yeah.
you will find anything that will make you profit, and
Yes.
you will list it and not gonna stay away from it. And like similar to me, because I can tell you one thing in terms of shoes. I mean, a lot of people kind of think shoes sell right away, and it's not true unless it's very specific shoes at brands that
Right.
actually have good sell-through rate. And
Mhm.
I already have learned it because I've been finding shoes at the Beans, at regular Goodwill, at other thrift stores. It has to be specific brands that people actually look for,
Right.
in my opinion. So not all shoes will
Right.
sell unless you price them, unless you're paying by the pound, and you
Mhm.
basically have $1 invested in shoes and you sell them for 20.
Yeah.
Right.
That's I think the best combination, because if you go to regular Goodwill in Cleveland and you find shoes for like $12.99 or $15.99, there is like, if they sell for like even for $30, you're not gonna be making much profit. You're gonna be like making maybe $5 after all the fees and
Right.
shipping supplies and all that stuff. So shoes, I think, in my opinion, are better if you find them at Goodwill Bins by the pound, if you're paying by the pound at the Bins,
Mhm.
or if you find them sometimes at Amazon store, which actually actually put down a comment. I've been to 2 different Amazon return stores, not impressed.
Uh-huh.
And, it's actually,
Yeah.
we have those here, and I've been doing some lives from them. And those are actually, yes, you're correct, Ping. They have to be specific reseller that
Mhm.
will like this kind of stuff, especially those are Amazon either returns or they're overstock. So it's like depends on a reseller if they will pay up $14 for each item, and then of course it may sell for like around $50-$60, but you're gonna pay up for that stuff. So it's like it depends. For some people, they will go to Goodwill Bins and pay by the pound and just get more profit, in my opinion. Because
Yeah.
Yeah.
if you're paying by the pound, you can get like I've been at the Goodwill Bins this week. I actually put out a video yesterday on my channel where I got some stuff from the Goodwill Bins. It was full bag of stuff, and I've only paid $30 for everything. And
Yeah.
I already sold the Bible yesterday for $20 from that whole from the whole itself, from the whole bag of stuff. So I'm already basically after another sale, I'll be in a profit. So
Yes.
that's why Goodwill Bins, guys. I know some people don't like them because you have to dig. It's kind of dirty type of stuff. It's kind of all over the place. But if you're willing to stay at the Goodwill Bins, they rotate the bins every like certain amount of time. If you're willing to stay
Yeah.
and wait, you can
Mhm.
grab a lot of stuff. You can grab, because I see some resellers coming out from the bin store with like bags, with IKEA bags full of stuff, and just paying around maybe like $70 for everything, and they got like inventory for a week, maybe more.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
why it's kind of beautiful because
Yeah.
let me say hi to Flipping and Easy, John and Jenna. Welcome. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Let me say hello to Josh Galt. Actually, guys, again, I don't know if you follow John and Jenna's Flipping and Easy channel. Subscribe if you have
Yeah.
also, but they do live,
Yes.
you guys know, every Monday and Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time and 3 p.m. Pacific time. So follow John and Jenna. They got a
Yeah,
lot,
definitely. And I got to meet John out in Vegas when
right?
we were out there.
And also, he was at the reseller rally with Jenna. So,
Yes.
you
Yes, that's
guys,
right.
you guys met each other there also. So, and Josh got also from Canada. We got representation worldwide today. Australia, Canada. Josh Galt also goes live every day at 1 p.m. Eastern time from Canada, guys. And then they do Power Hour podcast on Saturday. They release it every Saturday morning. So, guys, go watch if you haven't done so. But a lot of good information. So, in terms of Jill, what do you think? Like in terms of experience, in terms of how many people were at that Goodwill Bin store? Was there a lot of people when you went, or not so many?
I don't think that there were that. I mean, compared to what I've seen in your videos, no. I don't think that they're.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I'm no judge of. I can't do number. Like, think how many people were there. Can you guess, Ken?
I can't say how many, but it's usually there's not a whole lot of people there. I don't think that it's so new that a lot of people don't know about it yet. So right now you're being able to go and source. There was one of the last times that I had went. They brought out a new row, which a new row has like 5 new bins in it. I was the only person looking through the new bins. I had full pick of everything, which was cool. You got to kind of take your time. You didn't have people throwing stuff around. But it was kind of mid-afternoon that I was there. I think everybody tries to get there first thing in the morning. And it kind of works out when I get there, when I get to the bins, my strategy, when you first show up, you kind of got to look at everything and all of the rows that are there. You know, you're going to go through all of those bins and put stuff in your cart. And then after you've kind of covered everything and kind of went back for that second look, then I'm over to the side. I'm going through stuff in my cart that, you know, do I want to keep this? Am I comping this? You know, is this broken? Is it missing something? Putting things back. And then you can just focus on those new rows that come out each time. Can go through those, search those real quick, take that stuff over, go through it. And then it kind of gets a little bit more relaxing as the day, you know, as you've been there. You know, I usually spend, you know, couple hours or more, 3 hours at the bins when I go, just to kind of get through a changeover of most all of the bins.
Yeah, that's actually true, Ken. I do too. I stay, you'll be surprised. This week, I got into the Goodwill bins at 8 a.m. in the morning, and I left almost at 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I stayed there all day. And how many times do you know, Ken, if you noticed it or not, how many times do they rotate? Do they bring out only one bin at a time, or they bring out like a bunch of bins at one time?
They rotate at mine. They rotate every half an hour. So every 30 minutes, and they replace a whole row, which is five bins across. There's like a row of 4, and then they have a little aisleway and then a single bin on the end. And so they do that every 30 minutes, which is good because you're not sitting there waiting for a long time for a new set. By the time you've looked through, you know, a whole row, you are, you know, and then kind of went through your cart. You're ready for that next one to come out, and it's coming out pretty shortly. So
yeah, that's actually true. The same way here, they rotate every 30 minutes. Sometimes, same thing as you described. They just they will take out all the bins that they were like in the same row. They will pull them back, and then they will bring out new bins and just put them like there. Usually in our Goodwill bins, they bring out I think like 12 new bins right away. So
really?
Yeah,
Wow.
12, 6 in one row and 6 in another. So they will put them in. So 12 bins. Not if there is not a lot of resellers at that time, it's actually kind of convenient, because if they bring out 12 new bins, basically you get all one bin by yourself. So you just or 2 bins. So you just have time to actually look and get some stuff out before other people get in. So, you know, look into the bin. So it's kind of more,
Of course.
it's kind of advantage in that part.
Yeah.
Do it this way.
when there are more people there, you know, there is that frenzy once they do bring out the bins of everybody kind of rushing in. Jill had made the comment to me. She's like, why is that guy angry at all the stuff in the bins? Because you see that people, it's like, you don't have to pick the stuff up and slam it down someplace.
God.
You know,
What was that? Yeah.
you can dig through the bins without like destroying stuff. And but some people are just like
Crazy.
I
know.
I don't understand. You know, it's like, or you know, okay, obviously I'm standing across from you at the bins. Quit throwing all your stuff over on my side.
Right.
You know, throw it to your left or right. I don't want to see the junk that you don't want.
Especially if,
Everyone's so angry. They're all
Right.
so
I don't. Yeah.
let me
Okay,
say
but
hello to sorry, Jill. Let me say hello to
No, you're good. You're good.
to I'd flip that Joe Nicole. Welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping by.
Yes.
Kali Luis, welcome, Luis. Thanks for stopping by. Eventually, guys, I'll get to everyone. next week. But
This,
yeah, go ahead,
I
Jill,
took
go
a
ahead.
picture of one of the very first things I saw at the Goodwill bins, and I don't know if I'm gonna. Oh God, I suck at this so hard. Okay, there we go. Wait, I'm getting there. Can you see those boots? Look how muddy they are. Can you see them?
Yeah,
Like they're complete. No, you can't see them.
it's hard to see, but I see
No, okay.
like shade.
Yeah,
there I go
they're
again, leaning
absolutely
in like
encased
it's
in
getting
mud
closer.
and straw. Yeah.
But it's
Like,
kind of,
oh, gross. Is this what they just?
you know, actually what's funny is that how they bring out, when I went this week, they brought out like one bin where they just put in like big items, like there would be a vacuum cleaner, there would be like a part of Christmas tree or entire Christmas tree, and then there was gonna be like bunch of like toasters and microwave oven will be in one bin like by itself. It's like they'll just throw it there and people just come over and they will just lift it, and if they don't like it they'll just throw it back, you know, like
yeah.
I don't get it.
But it's kind of different experience, you know. It's like I like it. I like the bins. In my opinion, that's like number one. If I would be able to go to only the bins, which I can, it would be number one choice for me, along with garage sales. I think it's gonna be very close, 1 and 2, because if we had garage sales year round in Cleveland, I think it would have been probably very close for me to kind of stay away from garage sales to go to Goodwill bins. But I like the bins. I like the excitement of kind of, you know, when they bring stuff out and rotate the bins to find something. It actually found a couple good things already. Even this week, which I'm gonna make a video about. There was one bolo, guys. Wait for the bolo video.
Yes.
Bolo, not Nolo.
Bolo, guys. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
In homage to the happy picker, the Nolo.
And,
the Nolos, yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to these bins. You know, they couldn't have opened up at a better time because, you know, yard sale season is over around here. And so it's going to be a great sourcing opportunity through the whole winter. And that's the thing that I'm looking for. And plus it's 6 minutes from my house. It's like really close. I can run over there. I can I can walk. Jill, you know me.
Yeah, you can take a bicycle, man.
I drive to my parents. I drive to my parents and they live right next door.
You drive to get your mail.
Yeah. So it's really going to be beneficial to have those bins this winter. And I'm just super excited that it's that close and just looking forward to it. So far, every time I've come, I haven't like filled up the car going to the bins, but you know, I think the most that I did was like 2 big IKEA bags full of stuff. But you can stuff a lot of things in one of those IKEA bags depending on what you're looking for. And you were saying about the Christmas tree that was in the bins. I scored a really nice pair of Nike tennis shoes that were basically looked almost unworn, almost like a pair that I would get from Jill. Because I think everybody was too lazy in this one bin because it looked like all Christmas stuff. There was a full-size Christmas tree, there was big, huge Christmas wreaths, and nobody like moved the Christmas tree. I pick it up, and there's like 3 or 4 pair of shoes underneath the Christmas tree, under some other stuff.
Exactly, yes.
And it's like, you know, man, I'm like, how come? Well, and so they have special bins for shoes. You know, they have bins that have shoes and bags and purses and all that stuff. Why these shoes, these 3 or 4 pair of shoes were in this one bin under a Christmas tree, I have no idea. But, you know, hey, that's great. Everybody else can be lazy. I'll dig and I'll find, you know, a $50, $60 pair of shoes.
And actually, that's it's good that you brought that up. Yesterday, actually, not well. Yesterday I was at the bins. I made a mistake also like that. There was like a big TV laying in the bins. They brought out new bins and they put like a TV in there, and it was like, I think it was probably 36-inch TV. So they put it in the bin. It was kind of placed not like completely towards the bottom of the bin. It was kind of on the corner. And I didn't even bother to look. So another reseller came over. He just lifted it. He lifted the TV, and there was a TI 84 calculator laying on the bottom. It's like crazy.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get like, you don't even look into that particular place because you kind of think if they put TV in that bin upside down, they didn't put anything underneath it. And they just do. And that's why you need to lift it up if it's something big. And look underneath. You'll be surprised, guys. Let me say hello to Jenna. Jenna, welcome. That's part of Flipping an Easy family. John's wife, Jenna, they do lives together. Let me say hello to Gramps and Pops Vintage in the house, Corey and Teresa. Hasta la vista family.
Yes.
You'll take any opportunity for that, won't you?
Yeah, part of Reseller Clickbait podcast.
Yes, I've been doing with that, Corey. And then also they're one of those couples. We were talking about that earlier about, you know, husband and wife teams or couples that are making content, and they just have that good back and forth together. Not only are they doing the reselling business together, you know, being married for so long, they kind of have that chemistry that makes it really fun to watch them interact about reselling, you know, from that married couple perspective.
Exactly. They do a great job in terms of how they interact. I've been telling it already many times, which is amazing chemistry. Maybe Ken, you and Jill can do the same type of thing. You will interact like Corey and Teresa. And then in the end of their life, I mean, in the end of the video, Jill will say, hasta la vista. But let me say hello to Donna Fredericks. Donna, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. Here's Donna, guys. And let me say hello to speaker. Alicia, welcome. Part of, actually, you guys, I already forgot to mention Planes to Profit meetup. End of February, guys. I'll put the website in again. Please go ahead and buy the tickets, guys, and visit the great state of Nebraska. I'm actually kind of right now, I'm still planning to go. I don't know if I'm gonna go, but I'm kind of trying my best. But Planes to Profit will occur at February 23rd. Ken probably will correct me if I'm wrong, but let me actually put up the website. Planes, is it Planes to Profit or I
Planes
think
to, like TO, Planes,
Planes,
PLAINSTO profit.com.
Planesprofit.com. Yeah, okay, Planes. You can actually, if you're guys moderators, Corey, you can put in the website link if you can do it yourself. I'm pretty sure you can because your mother you have a hammer.
Corey probably got on, saw that I was on the show, and he probably left already.
Oh, he did. Well, Ken, Corey probably, guys, everyone who was at my live an hour ago, appreciate you stopping by. I'm only getting to your comments right now. But yeah, Planes to Profit, guys. Please make sure. And here's Judy saying, yes, Miss Flipping Lisa is beautiful. See, there you go, Lisa. It's Ken's mom saying that. There you go.
Thank you.
Phil's five and dime. I know it's probably Phil from Cleveland, my reseller friend. Thanks for stopping by, man. He's saying, "What's up, everyone?" Let's see here is Lori, guys, and Kyle. Guys, thanks for stopping by. Corey, actually, Lori and Kyle were on my live last week, guys. And guys, I got your sticker. Here you go. I got Lori and Kyle sticker yesterday in mail, and I'll be mailing them a T-shirt, which I've shown in my last live. So very cool sticker, guys. It's gonna be part of my collection now. So I got a lot of stuff from a lot of resellers already, guys. So I got a large collection
Yes.
of stuff. I think Ken, you got a lot of stuff. You even got a mask, my Chucky mask recently.
Yes, I got the Chucky mask, and just kind of, I'll show up. I got some viewer mail the other day. This came from Bill in a box in a garage. It's a kind of a Christmassy gift, and I'm going to open this up on the next episode of the Reseller Clickbait podcast, which will be Monday, but we record tomorrow, so I get to open it up tomorrow and finally see. I've had this thing all week, and I didn't want to spoil like the surprise, so that was cool. It's fun to get the viewer mail, things that people send to you, or just comments and somebody that if they haven't seen you do content for a little while, that just reaches out and says, hey, everything going good for you, how's things going. I had talked recently about kind of struggling a little bit and being motivated, and I had people reach out to me and just say, with words of encouragement, and that's why I say this community is it's just the best. I mean, they're inspirational, they're motivational, they're educational, they're every kind of Chanel you can think of.
And that's true. That's true. It's a good word that I don't
Confrontational.
know. Confrontational.
Yeah, sometimes.
Roman, Pete, Craigslist Hunter he popped in.
Pete, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by, guys.
Hey, what's up, Pete?
Yeah, if you most likely you guys will follow Pete. He provides a lot of great content throughout the years already. But yeah, the district, guys, actually, someone mentioned it earlier about the district. I think Andy, so Meta mentioned it, and then you mentioned it, Ken, about trying to get onto the district. It's actually an interesting concept. I give props to Pete, to do those kind of stuff. I mean, it's actually very in my opinion, it's one of the things that is going to be, maybe, I'm not sure yet, but I think eventually, it will be something to look forward to in terms of be on a platform and sell on that kind of platform. What do you think, Ken? Do you think it's going to be one of the places where you would like to sell your stuff eventually?
Yeah, I have to look into it and see a little bit more about how it works. I've seen, people jumping in. I have to make sure that it's not like the flavor of the month sort of thing, that everybody's jumping in. Some of those different platforms that are new that come out, the bigger sellers, the bigger channels, the bigger people that are doing it, they kind of get maybe a little bit of extra funds from time to time from those companies to sell on there. And so yeah, I'm going to watch. I'm going to see what's up with the district and see how the whole platform works. Anytime you have another option to sell, I think that is good. I don't take advantage. I see Chris Cajun in the chat says Ken won't even sell on Macari. Yeah, I don't sell on any other platforms. I would like to get into that just to get more eyes on my products. But I spend my time trying to get stuff done in that one platform and focusing on it. Chris said I got enough good apps already. So it's something that I will look at and see. And it kind of seems like, different people are starting this district. Well, I don't want to speak on it because I don't know that much about it, and I don't know if it's if there's kickbacks.
Ken, in my opinion, I think Jill can just start if Jill gets approved to sell on district, I'm pretty sure you'll follow.
Yes.
So Jill,
Yeah, there you go. Jill, that can be your first platform to start on.
Jill,
I
you
feel
need
like it's Hunger Games or something, though.
no,
Every time you say that, I'm like, I volunteer or whatever it is.
it's actually kind of cool name. I like it. District is a very interesting concept itself, like the name. And I gotta give Pete props. I mean, he's been around for a while, and to put out something like that, a lot of props. With his experience and knowledge, and I will trust for sure that particular marketplace. So I actually I'm a member of the district. I didn't do selling application yet. So Pete, if you're still here, man, I may join as a seller upon approval of higher ranked resellers to let me in to resell. Maybe Ken also, and Lisa.
Yeah, I have signed up as well. I've signed up as well, but not as the seller yet. Just kind of. I was watching the Reseller Information Network. Those guys over there, and they were pitching it and talking about it, and it sounded interesting. So I went and signed up. Oh, there's Squeezy cheeses with Jill.
He can't help it.
Oh, that's a nice kid. I love kids. That's like I have a kid also, but it's like always for me. Like I love dogs also, but it's like for some reason, since I had kids for a while, I started to like cats more, even though before I had dogs for a while. So it's like interchanged throughout the years, and I love cats. Cats actually, in my opinion, of course, you have to work for their attention. Compare to dogs, it's a little bit different, but it is.
Did you all see my daughter hop up at the beginning of the show? I have to keep.
Yeah, Jackass Retro again, guys, comes in. Ken, you probably subscribe to Matt Jackass Retro. He usually brings out a lot of positive comments.
Yes.
A lot of positivity, guys, from Jackass Retro. Follow, guys, make sure to subscribe to Matt Jackass Retro. He does lives, shipping lives.
The ship show.
Yes, the ship show, guys. Very professional shipper, guys. With his knife and stuff. Chris, I finally got to Chris. You see how bad I am, Chris? I only got to you after you've been in my life for 10 hours. Chris, welcome and thanks for stopping by. Guys, Cajun Reseller, follow him actually because he sells really good stuff. I mean,
yes.
One of those speakers that is very in terms of sales and stuff that he finds to sell. It's very good stuff. I mean, every time I will watch Chris' video like that when he will even sell on Amazon, because Chris sells on Amazon, and I know he likes Amazon.
I bought something from Chris tonight.
See, Chris,
he had a Larry Fine doll, for crying out loud.
See, Chris is now a rich guy again.
Did you hear me, Ken?
I did.
Okay. I love the Three Stooges.
Well, you're hanging out with 3 of them right now.
Yeah, that's true.
It was actually really nice, to meet Chris this year. Yes, because it's still November. It was really nice to meet Chris and hang out with him at our secret location.
Location, right.
Guys, the secret location will always stay secret. Only me, Ken, Jill, and Chris.
Yeah.
But it was fun. I mean, I really appreciate you guys inviting me over there. It was really fun time, and we had great food. We played games. Then I didn't stay around for the fire pit. Had to leave. It was dark, getting dark, tornadoes.
Yeah, right.
Well, we'll get you back, Roman, when you can stay the night. You won't have to worry about, going home. And we'll just hang out. We'll go do some sourcing around the area. Do that when it's, get back around the yard sale season. Or maybe, come down for those Route 30 sales next year.
Next year, guys, I will join you because I think that part of Ohio is like really good in terms of garage sales, in my opinion. Not in Cleveland. Cleveland, we got very serious competition. Phil,
Oh,
I'm sorry.
he froze up. Come on, little
He's in,
hamster.
Roman-
in life. I've seen him. He's one of the resellers, local. We're not back, guys. We're froze up again. We're back. We're back. I think we're back. Are we back?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or
Yes.
not?
You're good.
Can you hear
Yeah.
me now? Like that Verizon commercial, guys. Can you hear me
Everybody
now?
can still hear you in Cincinnati, Roman. It's okay.
Yeah. Junk Monkey, welcome, Rob. Appreciate you stopping by. Another
Hey, Rob. Good to see you.
finds really good stuff. Watch guy. If you guys want to learn about watches, how to look for watches, how to repair watches, Rob knows what's up. So, but it was fine. I mean, it was, in terms of visiting this part of Ohio for me, which I usually go there, I mean, all the time anyway, is just, it was nice to kind of decide eventually to go to that part of Ohio to source because of, in my opinion, as I told you guys, if you follow Pro Picker Dustin and Vic Flipping Junk channel, they will find a lot of very good stuff. I know, Ken, you watched their content most likely.
Yeah. Yes.
I mean, they find a lot of stuff over there,
It's-
and it's like, like a heaven for sourcing.
Yeah, it's I see that stuff. I see the things that they're buying over there. Western area of the state. It's like my picking when I'm out is just really good. I don't really have a reason to leave the area much. Now I'll go down towards like Delaware, Ohio area, which is only about 20-25 minutes. And I focus around there a lot, but just in my immediate area and just a little bit south is the picking is so great. I don't need to travel that much.
Yeah, that's the thing. Especially in that part of Ohio, like in the middle of Ohio, where you can go around. It's not that far away to go from one place to another, so it's very convenient. And I know Jill enjoys going to garage sales for sure. And how many garage sales, Jill, did you go to this summer? A lot, probably.
Gosh.
Probably,
I don't even know.
Yeah.
See,
I don't
Jill
know.
doesn't even remember.
I think I don't know. We didn't do much garage selling when I was growing up. I mean, I think, when your dad's a teacher, you don't even have money to go garage selling. But I'm kidding about that. But it was when I started dating Ken, and it was we all ended up. His parents had heard about this one place, this one city that had a garage sale, and they went. And then Ken and I went. And that same year, my parents went. And I was like, I thought that's how every single garage sale was. The entire city chipped in. There were food trucks, a chicken barbecue, all of this stuff. But it's a pretty cool trip. But I thought that's how it all was.
So guys, if you're interested in a sourcing in Ohio next summer, you can stay in your states.
Yeah, and I tell Ken I would love to come up and do the bins with you. I think that'd be hilarious, and I probably would have fun and not get like anxious. so
Yeah, anxiety sometimes kicks in when you, especially at Goodwill Bins. Not a lot. It's not for like I can tell you guys, Goodwill Bins. It's not like for everyone. You have to actually enjoy digging in there. You kind of try to enjoy the people running towards the bin, trying to like cancel throw stuff.
Yeah.
Yes. It takes a minute to get used to. Yeah.
You can take out your aggression at the bins,
Yeah.
It'd be like the bins sometimes. You ever see those rooms where you can just go break a bunch of glass and they have mirrors and dishes and stuff and you just take your frustration. That's what I think some people use the bins for, just to throw stuff around and break items.
You're right.
Exactly, but that's what happens. I mean, they are kind of. There is a person in one of our bins that actually has very large following and whatnot, and I just found out about it from our local reseller that I see all the time while I'm sourcing. And I never met this guy, and I went to the Goodwill Bins, and I see they're always sourcing looking for clothing, and I'm like, there are a couple people, and then he told me he got large following and whatnot. And he got over 10,000 followers already and whatnot. And he does whatnot shows, and he doesn't have a YouTube channel, doesn't have any presence in terms of, I think, Facebook or anything, but got over 10,000 followers and whatnot. So see, there you go, guys. That's how you grow your business. Here's Bobby Krillin in the house, guys. Bobby, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. Pete, actually, if you're still here, I put guys district link in a chat. You can, if you're not created a membership yet, if you didn't create a membership just to be part of the district, I put the link in the chat so you can not subscribe, but create the account and become a part of district. And then if you want to sell eventually on a district, you can fill out applications for approval. So there you go, guys. I kind of said it probably not right, but I'm sorry about that. And let's see who else I missed so far, guys. Because we got 7 more minutes, guys. I appreciate you all stopping by. Like I said, after my live, when I said in the beginning, we're gonna go raid Yakov Benz, guys, Jake.
Yes.
His primetime live at 10 p.m. Eastern. It is very important. It's important part of a Saturday, guys, as you know.
It is.
Yeah, and I was putting links to everyone's channels in the chat, guys. Please subscribe to everyone, follow. I didn't have chance to put everyone Instagram accounts. I'm sorry, but I tried to put a lot of people in the chat YouTube channels. So please subscribe if you haven't done so, and help each other out, guys. It's very important. As Ken always says the same thing on his lives. Please follow each other. Hit the like button, watch their video, hit the bell, right, Ken? We're trying to support people, and if you have a chance, like I said, there are going to be meetups coming up, and it's very exciting. And Ken and Corey doing their podcast every, it's releases every Tuesday in the morning.
Monday mornings.
Yeah, Monday mornings. Actually, I mix it up, I think, with the Trash to Cash. Trash to Cash. Guys, Trash to Cash is Tuesdays. And there is also Pocket Change podcast right now. 2 Old Guys podcast also.
Yes.
I mean, there is a lot of podcasts to watch. Hopefully, I will start my own podcast by myself. Guys.
Yes.
I will talk to myself. I will create my own clone, guys.
There you go.
Yeah. So in terms of, Ken, I think you need to kind of try to cross list now. That's it. Everyone wants you to start cross listing. So you have to start.
I need to, one of the reasons that I haven't done that yet is I don't feel that I've fully made my potential through eBay right now, as far as, listing. And if I were listing as much as I possibly could, and I was doing that, and the sales were, slow or leveling out, then I would look towards those other platforms. So I have been putting my efforts just into the eBay, because if you're not putting the full effort into that, now, why spread that effort then around to other platforms? And so that's my goal. I've been really focused here lately on getting, really being serious in my eBay business. And then in 2024, that's where we're up. Yeah, 2024. Really going to look towards those different platforms and trying to branch out and get more eyeballs on my junk.
What?
Wait, am I?
That didn't sound right, guys.
It wasn't even me. I didn't do it.
Guys,
Wow.
we had technical difficulties, guys. Again, as usually, what happens? Bloopers, guys. Live bloopers on my lives. It's not a video. It's live
That could
bloopers
not have
again,
gone
guys.
better.
That's it, guys. You have to lose your head now.
That's not.
We definitely got to get more eyeballs on his junk.
That's that didn't sound right. As soon as it came out of my mouth.
Jill will now leave the chat, guys. Jill will leave. That's it.
I think it's hilarious.
But it was something good, Ken. At least it brought a couple more viewers to the live.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lori actually did Whatnot. I actually missed it, guys. I'm sorry. They did. Kyle and Lori did their first Whatnot today. So, guys, they will be doing Whatnot also. A lot of people starting doing Whatnot. It's
yeah.
I
like what the people are doing with the raid trains.
Yeah.
They were part of that raid train today. That kind of, there again, that's the community helping out the community. These groups of people getting together and making sure their shows follow one another. and you can watch all day. And that's, you know, maybe in 2024, if I do that whatnot thing, I'll get on that hook up on one of them raid trains.
I watched
Yeah.
Adams today a little bit, Baldy Pal, because I had a break between. I actually worked today, so when my client left, and then before I had something else to do, I watched him, and that was fun. I haven't seen him for a long time because we met him at the rally in 2021. So
Yeah.
he's cool.
Let me say hi to a couple more people, guys, before I forget. Alex, Beard King Picker, thanks for stopping by, man. Appreciate it. Please follow Alex. He's trying to grow his channel, puts out consistent content, actually, and also part of Reseller Locker Room podcast with Ben. Rock it up, Ben, guys.
Yes,
Who is trying to be Kevin Commonwealth. He's trying
he's
to be
a card.
rich. Ben is trying to be wealthy, guys, like Kevin. Let me say hello to Farm Girl Scavenger Noel. Noel, welcome. Appreciate you stopping by. So let me just make sure. ATL Flippers, Derek and Jasmine, welcome, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Sorry, guys, I got to you a little bit later. Urethra Franklin, welcome. My favorite, another one of my favorite YouTube names.
Yes, that is one of the best. Yeah.
Guys, there are two names, Spark Jack and Urethra Franklin, are like in Hall of Fame.
Oh, Roman, you know your favorite is Biscuit Butt.
Biscuit Butt, unfortunately, couldn't make it today.
Jill, I was going on.
Guys, Biscuit Butt Archie was too busy. He's on a date with 5 girls, so he cannot attend. He got some junk in his junk. So
he got a bunch of eyes on his junk.
He got eyes on his junk today, guys. Unfortunately, Archie Biscuit Butt had a lot of eyes today on his junk. But before we leave, guys, let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of comments in the chat that I missed. I'm really sorry, guys, because you know how I am. I really appreciate you all coming in, supporting me, trying to still grow my channel a little bit. Me and Ken are still trying, guys.
Yeah.
But it's very. I really appreciate everyone stopping by. And
Yes.
King Scott, welcome. I almost missed Scott. I want to make a jacket with the large sharp spikes to wear to the beans. It's actually, man, you can actually just put out some kind of sign around you or start. There are some people doing some crazy stuff that I've seen on the beans to keep other people away. I've seen it before, guys. So I don't think nothing will surprise me anymore. But let me just make sure, guys, that I didn't miss anyone. I'm pretty sure, guys, like I said, thank you all for your support today and joining us. And please subscribe to Ken SSK Promo. I put his channel in description. Follow him on Instagram and Zherka, Kzerka 25, Jill. I hopefully Jill. I think eventually Jill will start her own channel, guys, and
Yes.
she will surpass Ken in a couple of weeks.
If it takes that long,
it's gonna take a couple of weeks, guys, for Jill to surpass Ken and me. for the at least she will get to 1,000 subs probably much faster, guys, than me and Ken together. But like I said, guys, I really appreciate. What do you have coming up, Ken, on your channel and podcast and stuff and whatnot?
Yeah, well, first off, I want to say, Roman, thank you for having me on. It was great to be on a show where someone talked more than I did, because you know I'm guilty of that as well. But on my channel, SSK Promo, I do Ken versus 10 every Thursday at 11 a.m. And it's a fun show where I try to beat down my death pile and see how many items I can sell in a week. And then the Reseller Clickbait podcast that I do with Corey from Grams and Pops Vintage. Those come out on Monday mornings at 11 a.m. And look forward to that Christmas holiday live tour show coming up mid-December. And yeah, and just follow everybody. If you saw a name in the chat, just go seek them out, find their channel. Everybody's making great content. And Roman, my friend, thank you for having me on. Lissa, thank you for watching the chat, throwing out links and and
so-
Jill.
yeah,
Thank you for
Jill-
being Jill.
Yes, Jill, appreciate you stopping by today and supporting Ken.
No,
It's
well,
a difficult journey.
Henchman, I'm supporting you, Roman.
Guys,
You know why? Listen, I'm going to do my little psychological synopsis here. You ready?
Oh,
Roman, I think
Go ahead.
that you are one of the most authentic people that I've ever met. And to
Thank
me,
you,
that's
Jill.
one of the most important things, authenticity and integrity. And I think you have both. And that's why I
Appreciate it.
love following your channel. And I just always wanted to include you in things because you are this whole light of a person. And I know everybody thinks, oh, Roman's funny, he makes jokes, haha. But you're such a good soul. And that's why I
Appreciate it.
like
my
you.
heart.
So-
That's why
he really is.
sometimes with my kindness, it kind of then bites me in you know where.
Yes, I understand. Yeah.
It happened already many times before, but I appreciate it, Jill. It's really kind words from you guys, and it's great to see you guys. Especially we're in the same state, so we're gonna be seeing each other on regular occasions, hopefully. You know,
Yes.
traveling to you guys, which I'm planning to go in that part of Ohio consistently, and kind of going sourcing maybe with you guys, all the time.
And I'm only
Definitely.
in Mansfield, Roman. It's like what, an hour away or something. So
Yeah, I'm like it's like for some reason I'm kind of always wondering why is it so far away. The state of Ohio is not that big, and it's kind of
Yeah.
it takes so long to get to the places. I just don't understand. But it is what it is, guys. I appreciate you all stopping by, and let me put the Yakov Band's. I don't know
Gotta
if he
go
went
read
live. Jake, guys, please go support Jake because he didn't go live yet, but he said he will be going live. So here's his channel, guys. In the link, I'll put the link in. And Judy, Ken's mom, thanks for stopping by. Appreciate it. I met Judy, a wonderful woman. And thanks, guys, everyone. Once again, I'll see you next week. Hopefully, it's gonna be Saturday, 8 p.m. Eastern time. It's just for fun.
Yes. Yeah.
And take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your weekend. And go
hasta
Cleveland.
la vista, Roman.
Hasta la vista, baby. Go Cleveland Browns. Browns tomorrow.
Yeah.
Against the
Yes.
Steelers. There you go.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys.